What about that quiet, brilliant person on the team who never speaks up but holds the whole operation together? What do you have to say about them?
The brilliant silent killer. They're your silent assassin. And we all have them on our team, right? They stay to themselves, they eat their lunch, they come back, but without them, the whole thing falls apart. They never really speak up, they don't ask for promotions every day, right? But they truly holding it down. If we're waiting for them to demand a seat at the table, though, we're failing them as leaders. Like, these are the people that we need to ensure that we're creating space for, because they'll never ask themselves, but they absolutely deserve it. So, welcome to the lab. Today, we're talking about the hesitant star. And this is one that's near and dear to me because this is a true definition of leadership, is in be able to help shepherd some of those people who maybe don't have the belief in themselves, but you're there to show them the value that they bring and allow them to be themselves.
The hesitant star is how you titled this one. What happens if a leader only focuses on the loudest voices in the room?
Yeah, we all know the analogy, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. And too many times, that's what happens. It's the person that's talking about, hey, I want to be promoted. Hey, I need to get there. Oh, I want to do this. Tell me what I need to do. And that's the people we focus on moving up. But we're missing out on those people who are truly the foundational building blocks of our organization. What we need to do is help that individual see the gap between their potential and their confidence. We can see it because when we look at the spreadsheets, when we look at the work they do, when we do our observations, we see the contributions that they do. So we got to make sure that we help them bridge that gap. As a leader, your job is not just to manage the loud voices. I've talked about this in prior videos. We also got to sponsor the quiet geniuses. So only rewarding like the loud voices and the people who are quote unquote extroverted, what that does is you ultimately build a team of narcissists, right? It's just a bunch of people who only think about themselves and darting through and growing. And you end up losing your operators, the people who truly help the business grow.
I like that. I like how you actually pose that answer. Now, it's a lot easier to just manage the people who ask for attention, right? How do you apply love and grace to just the quiet genius?
Yeah, we got to do the heavy lifting. So grace is just recognizing that you've been managing the squeaky wheels because it's easier, right? When that person just comes to you and says, hey, I'm looking for mentorship, or hey, I'm looking for the next opportunity, or hey, can you give me a bigger project? It's really easy to just carve something out and hand it over to them. To really pour into somebody and be able to see their value, see their input, see their potential, and truly start to invest time into helping them uncover that, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's probably the most rewarding work you could do as a leader. Then the love, it's that heavy lifting that I just talked about, a sponsorship, right? It's forcefully pulling the humble talent into the spotlight. Like sometimes you gotta physically move the camera over to them and make sure that they get the time in the spotlight, they get the recognition, and they get what they need in order to move to the next level.
Now, you mentioned putting them in the spotlight and really getting it onto them. How do you push someone into the spotlight if they don't really think that they're ready? Like, walk us through what you phrased as the borrowed belief.
Yeah, the borrowed belief it's an awesome concept because the reality is the individual that's that quiet performer that's not asking, they don't have that self-belief that they can do it and do it on their own. So what you're needing to do is take your certainty as a leader. You know that they can do it. You know they're capable. You know they have the talent. You know they have the drive. You know they have the right culture mindset. So you have to transfer your certainty until they find theirs. So it's truly putting your money where your mouth is. You've got to assign them a high visibility project, right? You've got to give it to them and say, I know you can do it. So it sounds something like, I know you don't think you're ready, but I know you are. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna borrow my confidence until you build your own, right? And it's that silent agreement, it's that silent partnership that you do in quiet that helps them have the confidence to go out and do what they need to do on the big stage. And you gotta be there for them when the ground gets a little shaky, because it's not gonna go smooth, it's not gonna be perfect, and you've gotta be there for them to be able to come back, ask questions, help keep them on the path, because by doing that, it's almost like the kid learning how to ride a bike. When you're running behind them, they feel super confident. You let go when they don't know, and they pedal it. They look back and see you not holding on, and they start shaking. So they start wobbling, but you've got to be able to let them know they got it. You got to show them and give them the confidence that you know they can do it, and you'll see them thrive.
Now, you said earlier, quiet confidence and really trying to be there for them and showing up in that way. What do you feel like the fundamental shift leaders need to make here?
It's stop supervising your quiet talent, right? Like, stop just letting them show up to work, do what they do, and go home. That's not building the culture that you need. That's not building up the team. That's not leading. That's just managing. So start sponsoring them, right? Give them the stage, give them the opportunity. You'll be surprised. These will probably be the best leaders in your organization that you've ever seen. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. That's my time for today. But if you have input, or maybe you were the leader who gave that quiet person an opportunity, or you are the quiet person who were given the opportunity, I'd love to see your comments in the chat. We could talk about it. And as always, let's get to work.